Welcome to another episode of It's a Long Road, the Rambo series podcast. I am your host, Ryan, and with me today, Dom. How you doing?
What's happening, Ryan?
It's good to see you. We've had a guest co-host in the last two episodes of the season 5. This is our first time, just the two of us, and we just want to say thank you to Matthew on episode 1 and Zip on episode 2. Both did a very good job, offered a lot of insight, but I'm excited to tackle today's episode with just me and you, Dom.
Yes, getting back to the basics here.
Yeah. So we decided that we're not going to do any more Frank. Just kidding.
You made my heart stop for a second. I was like, wait, is he dropping this bombshell right now?
Okay. Before we get into the Frank, I just want to say when we first started doing the Frank segment, we didn't think it was going to go past one episode, let alone two, let alone, I think this is episode 10. I think this is
This is episode 200 of the Frank Stallone podcast.
And you said to me in chat yesterday, we were texting each other for the show, and you're like, I didn't think we were going to get this much material from Frank. And neither did I. Didn't think that was going to happen.
You wouldn't think Frank, there would be that much to talk about with Frank, but there's always something to talk about, it seems.
And just when we thought it was over, this was a big week of the Franks. The
Frankster.
So we'll get to them in just a second. But before we do, we have a couple of comments from our YouTube I'd like to address.
Cool.
We didn't get any emails, but I'll take YouTube. Come on, emails. You're not coming in. Tell us you love us via email. That's okay. But people are commenting on the channel. I appreciate that. This was from Skeptical Believer. They said, it's great to see Rambo as part of the community for a change. So they were just referring to Rambo just being a part of the community, i.e.
I got you.
Yeah, I think that's what they're saying. That Rambo working with the community, being a member of community, it's nice to see that. I agree. So I like that, Skeptical. Now, CEO Junior 75 said, I could be wrong, and maybe it's in the theatrical cut, but I thought there was a picture on the wall of Rambo and his dad after the events of Rambo 4.
I feel like I remember something like that too, but maybe I'm just misremembering.
We'll get into it right now if you want. So I did some digging with the Rambo wiki, and as much as you can with these films and the novelizations, it's hard to reconcile everything with what's canon, what's what was actually shown on screen, what's alluded to, what's in a picture, what's in the novel. So long story short, Rambo's dad's name is Revis Rambo.
Okay.
So that's the R, Revis Rambo, and he is.
Is this mentioned in the book? Or?
Negative, and I don't know where they got this name from. So this is on the wiki, the Rambo wiki, the official wiki for Rambo. It came from somewhere. I've seen it on a few sources. Where they got the name Revis, I don't know, because it was never said in the film, and it was never said. Because even Stallone joked that maybe the R stands for Roberto, and wink to Robert being his name. And other people speculated that the R is actually a tribute to actor Richard Crenna, who passed away.
Okay.
And of course, Richard Crenna played Troutman, who was a father figure to the Rambo character. So it's hard to know what
that would be. You're referring to the mailbox at the end of
4, Rambo.
Right? Okay.
So that was the first time we saw as a film goer. If you're only to watch the films, you would see that Rambo's father's first name had the initial R. So the speculation is Stallone says it's Roberto, joking that it's Rocky, not to Rocky. But others have speculated it's R for Richard, who played Troutman. But then, according to the online wiki of Rambo, which is a pretty thorough and well-researched wiki, I just don't know where they got Revis. I don't know where they got
Revis.
It from. Because now, I don't think... Maybe it is from the book. You know what? I say that. Let me retract that. That. Maybe it was in the book.
I wonder even if it's one of the sequel adaptations. Even maybe it popped up in one of those.
I have read those as well, and I just don't remember. I just know in the novelization, what happened was that his dad was a drunk, and he would beat he would beat his mother, and his mother does have a name, Marie. You know what her name in the book is?
Little Marie.
Little Marie. Yeah, that's even crazier. What her last name is, what her maiden name is. And this and this was written, mind you, like 12 years before or 13 years before Rocky 4. Her last name is Drago.
Wow, that's such a crazy universe coincidence. Like that means that Sylvester Stallone was just born to play Rambo. That's what that solidifies.
So Rambo is the blood of the Drago heritage.
That's the spin-off, right? They're all in one universe. We just didn't know it until you said that.
That is canon. Now, let us know in the comments, was Revis named in the novel? I don't know. Anyways, Revis Rambo tried to kill John Rambo with a knife in the book when he was a kid.
Shit.
And you know how John defended himself?
He broke his neck.
Close. He shot him with a compound bow.
Come on.
No, this is the book.
He did the pullback.
Yeah, he did the pullback compound bow on his dad.
He was training at a young age to do it.
And that's when he ran. So after that, it injured his dad. It almost killed his dad, but did not kill his dad. Rambo ran away later that night, and that's when he was drafted in the army. And then they did not speak for over 40 years after that incident. So they didn't speak until Rambo was 57, which would be around, you think, around the times of Rambo 4. But no, let me say that again. No, what happened is Rambo's father, Rivas, died the year 2000, 8 years before Rambo walked down the driveway at the
okay. So confirmed dead then.
Yes.
All the speculation.
All that speculation out the window, my friend. I know.
Thrown in the garbage.
So when Rambo walks down the driveway, did he know his father had passed? I don't know. Again, he never mentions it. He never talks about it. But it ties in with Maria telling, and I find it interesting that the woman that's living there, her name is Maria. Isn't it?
Maria, I think. Yeah, Maria.
Yeah, and Rambo's mother's name is actually Marie.
I would love to, I don't know what the fan base would be on that, but I would love to see, even if it was like a graphic novel, some kind of bridge between 4 and Last Blood, just showing him going into that house.
Yeah, and so Maria was there with Gabrielle. That's confirmed. So she was given the farm after Revis's death.
Okay.
So she was occupying the farm, taking care of it for 8 years until
Gabrielle at this point is a little kid. Obviously, when
she must have been, let's say 2008. She's a graduation age now. Let's say she's 18. Boy, in 2019, 9 years. Yeah, so she would have been 8 or 9 years old when Rambo walked her. Like, there you go. So it all kind of ties in. So there's some more history on the parentage of Rambo from the novelizations. Yeah, from the novelizations. It kind of ties in. Rambo had a falling out with his dad, joined the army.
Tried to kill his dad.
Tried to kill his dad.
Essentially tried to murder his dad.
Let's be honest, self-defense. Okay.
It's true.
All right. So that's that for that. Now let's go back to. Okay. So we're going to go to Frank Stallone, our Frank Stallone segment. And there was one more comment about Frank Stallone. So I don't know what this guy's name is. I do apologize because the username is really weird. The username is @user-BR1OU1ZP2P. Now I don't know what happened there. It's Tim. That's weird.
It's just Tim. That just translates to
Tim. Okay, sorry, Tim. It's weird how that's the username, but I clicked on his username and went to his channel on YouTube. It's just Tim.
Okay.
All right. So Tim had this to say. He goes, "Hi, Ryan. Really enjoyed this review. I have to admit," he says, "I wasn't the biggest fan of the Frank Stallone, who is this guy segment at first. But it's growing on me. This week was great." Anyway.
If you hang in there long enough, it comes around. It comes around. You may not like it at first, but then eventually you just grow to love it.
And in our chat, we have our chat on our Facebook page. Join our Facebook page. Just search the Rocky and Rambo Series podcast. Join our Facebook group. We have about 2,000 plus members. And in our general chat, we have an open chat with people in the group. About 4 or 5 people were legit saying, "You guys can't stop Frank when you stop the Rambo coverage." In the chat.
I told you, Pandora's box has been opened. Now you can't put that back in. You can't put Frank Stallone back in the box. He's out.
It's ridiculous. People are absolutely ridiculous. So, okay. Now let's get into it. This is a big say. So strap in, folks. If you don't want to listen to our Frank segment, just fast forward about 45 minutes, and we'll
fast forward to the end credits.
We're gonna get to the Rambo 5 Last Blood coverage. Look, it's gonna end. Look, I don't know what to tell people. Once we stop Rambo, the Frank ends with it. I think they're both gonna go down in a blaze of glory. All right, here we go.
And here's another segment of Frank Stallone. Who is this guy?
Okay, so I gotta set the scene here. So Frank, of course, is in the gym. And he's wearing, what do you think? He's wearing a collared shirt and
essentially wearing whatever you think you should wear to the gym. He's essentially wearing the opposite. It looks like he's wearing dress clothes.
It's like dress casual, comfy pants, black
collar
shades.
shirt. He's got his
black
collar
watch.
popped like Dracula or something like that.
Yeah, it's popped up like Dracula. He gives us some. What I like about this segment here is he gives us some good fashion advice. Dom, let's listen to that later.
Yes.
Another workout in the books. Today we did something different. Did delts, front delts, rear delts, side delts, calves, and the machine for the tibia. It feels really good. I feel really good between 192, 193, 191. Before I was averaging 204, 206. Not for me. I look like a chipmunk. My face gets big.
Okay. So he's talking about it's kind of hard. Yeah, it's hard to hear. Go figure.
Well, why? It's a surprise. It's hard to hear. You can't. I don't know.
So he's talking about his weight, I think, at first. He was saying that he likes to hover, his good weight that he likes to hover around is between 191 and 194. When he was above 200 to 204, his face was, I think he said his face was big like his brother Sly. I think is what he
His face, he said his face was as big as Sylvester Stallone's in Rambo 4. That's what he said.
No, he says as big as a chipmunk. Okay. There's more here, folks. So this is the healthy weight he likes to stick around at. Can you imagine being 73, Dom, and being this obsessed with your body and weight at this point?
I can't imagine. I'm giving up right now, honestly. I'm done, so I can't.
Well, don't give up yet. You're so young. You're younger
I'm
than
planning
me.
on eating myself to death later, so...
Again, good for him to be healthy, but it seems like to me it borderlines on obsession.
Find your weight. Find where you feel comfortable. The most important thing is you can tell how your clothes hang. Your clothes should not cling. They shouldn't be skin tight. They should just drape and hang.
Okay, how does this work? He says the clothes shouldn't hug you or squeeze you. They should just hang. Yeah, but it depends what size you bear. But it's also
that's preference too. Some people don't like wearing tight clothes, fat or skinny. Somebody might not like wearing a tight shirt. So
yeah, there's some guys that are like The Rock. His shirts are always like skin tight because he's The Rock. But
right,
you could have a body like that, but not like to wear. I actually don't like to wear. I'm not overweight. I'm at an okay weight. Like I'm not overweight at all. But I actually don't like to wear clothes that are tight on me either. So to be fair to what Frank's saying, I don't like to wear tight clothes. But what I'm saying here is, Frank, what you're saying there doesn't make sense. You're giving fashion advice, sure, but you're saying, but what he's saying here though is that your body, if your body is squeezing your clothes, is because you're fat. That's what he's saying.
Essentially, this is the thing though, and this is him overall in a nutshell. His opinion is all that matters to him. Like he doesn't think about anybody else's preference of clothes, body type. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It's the gospel according to Frank, and but again, people might like to wear tight clothes, and people might like to wear loose fitting clothes. But he's equating tight fitting clothes to being overweight.
Then you're fat. You got fat back. You're overweight.
Yeah. Clothes only comes in one size.
That's it. Frank size. I wonder. I was just going to say, because how obsessed he is with his body, it's got to be in relation to how Sylvester Stallone's been known for his body, right? It's got to be like, I feel like he feels maybe insecure about his body because his brother has been in such good shape his whole life.
Yeah, what came first? I think they've both been pretty health conscious. Apparently, their mother was a wrestler in the wrestling industry and things like that.
That's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Their family has always been big into fitness. I don't think that's totally insane, but I don't know if it's healthy. I honestly, like mental health wise, I don't know how healthy their question is with. That's all they talk about.
Are you saying that Frank Stallone has a questionable mental health?
Oh, yeah.
Draping and really nice, you're right weight. If you're going like this, you can't do this.
He says if the clothes are draping, you're at a good weight. That's exactly what he's saying. That he is judging your body mass index according to the size of shirt you bought at the Walmart. What an idiot. What an absolute moron. Does he think clothes come in one size?
One size fits all.
He goes to the clothing stores and he's like, I'm here to buy a new shirt, and the clerk, well, what size are you? He goes, human size.
And he storms out of there.
Whatever you put on humans. properly sized humans would be what size? What a...
This is coming from somebody who's wearing dress clothes at the gym. So just remember that, folks.
And now he's grabbing his butt because he's talking about how the clothes will also give you a wedgie if you're overweight.
That's right. I forgot he says that.
Or you get like a wedgie in your ass or something like that. It's the wrong weight.
It's the wrong weight. Again,
the wrong weight.
If your butt is eating your underwear, you're fat.
You can't make this stuff up.
Stay healthy. Stay true to the man upstairs.
Stay true to the man upstairs. Keep that one in your back pocket.
Yeah.
We've got some stuff coming up.
There's more religious stuff to come, right?
Oh my God, this is a religious heavy week, boys.
Be grateful for every day of your life will be beautiful.
Be grateful for every day and your life will be beautiful. And then he does the white power symbol at the end here.
The white power.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Frank, for that healthy advice and mental health boost. Appreciate it. Okay.
Good morning, Dr. Frank Stallone, your favorite general practitioner.
Okay, are we supposed to think this is funny?
I don't. Who got him that shirt? Who did that? Who did that? Who gave him this power and got him this shirt?
Somebody somehow gave him scrubs with his name on them. And of course, they're in black as well. He's wearing his black shades inside of a building, no less. Shades in the building. And so he's playing dress up. He just like Dr. Stallone.
He's essentially posing as a doctor. He's walking around posing as a doctor.
Can you imagine him giving you an exam?
I can only imagine the gynecologist jokes that he was probably so tempted to say in this. Yeah,
he does. He may be a doctor in physical fitness and health. Absolutely, with the back fat talk and how to wear your clothes properly.
What size clothes you got to get.
No, there's only one size. You just have to you have to shape your body.
If you don't exactly, if you don't fit into the clothes I wear, then you're a fat piece of shit. It's essentially what he's saying.
Okay, yeah, so he's sitting down some couch here, guys, in some public area, of course, but he's wearing scrubs. He doesn't explain why he's wearing scrubs. but his name's on it. So somebody who's the idiot that made these scrubs and gifted these to Frank?
Do you think he just made them for himself and he's just trying to pawn it off like somebody gave it to him so he doesn't seem completely crazy?
The master of nothing. We had a wonderful workout today.
The workout. All right, another wonderful workout. He also referred to himself the master of nothing. Probably the most truth he's spoken.
There's the truth.
And it was the way it should be. We worked fairly quick in between sets. An hour, maybe an hour, 5 minutes, in, out. You don't have to stay around the gym for 3 hours, like I said yesterday. You can go do your gym work, and if you feel the urge, you come back early evening or after you're done work and do your cardio.
Okay, so he's saying go in and do your weights for an hour. Don't stay there for 3. And then if you feel the urge later in the day after your job, go back in the evening and do your cardio. Who has this time? Hey,
if you got all the time in the world, you could go to the gym 3 times a day.
Can you imagine having this? These are gym rats. I can't do it, man. That's the other thing too. It's not even about the reason why I don't do weights. I don't have time. Carve out an hour a day just to do weightlifting when I already have a full-time job, young kids at home, and family duties, and maybe somewhere along I would like to do a hobby that isn't involved like bending my arms and pressing my legs down to 500-pound weight. But I do what I do just so Frank doesn't get mad at me. I do cardio. I jog with my dog or go with walks with my dog. So I have a dog, and she's a medium-sized dog, so I get her out exercising.
But the question is, Ryan, are your clothes too tight?
They can get a little bit too tight. They don't drape. Some of my black undershirts that I wear underneath my hoodies or shirts.
I'm sorry to break the news, but you're fat, and you have fat back. It's over.
They don't drape on me. My black shirts don't drape.
So you can kill two birds with one stone. But
he says you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I don't know what he meant by that.
Even if you're going twice, You're throwing 2 stones, aren't you? If you go to the gym twice,
You're killing one bird with 2 stones.
you should have just did it once.
It's the opposite. It's literally the opposite.
If you go to the gym 5 times in one day,
you can kill
one bird
with 5 stones. Yeah. Yeah, I think you got the metaphor mixed up.
It's a beautiful day. It's very hot. I love these scrubs. I just got these as a gift.
Okay, whoever gave you the gift, you should be canceled. Who are you? Who gave you the gift? Who?
I don't know. That's
how was
dangerous.
that presented? How was that presented?
It's very dangerous to give Frank Stallone something like this, like giving him some authority, because he'll start believing he's a doctor.
He's already got a sheriff's outfit. He doesn't need a scrub's outfit.
He already believes he's a cowboy. He believes he's a singer.
We got some stuff.
Dr. Stallone makes me feel very intelligent. Next one, I'm going to have Dr. Frank Stallone Jr., Doctor to Nothing.
What? So he's already got Dr. Stallone, but he wants the next one to be monogrammed Dr. Frank Stallone Jr. Of course, he was named after his father. Okay, so he just wants more. I guess he wants to make sure his brother doesn't steal this scrub set. Is that the idea?
Just wants everybody to know his name. He wants everybody to know who he is when he walks into the gym.
I kid you not. The reason why he brought up Dr. Frank Stallone is because he probably thinks some smart asses like us will think that this is Sly's scrubs that he took, but he wants to have his name on it.
Yeah, and you're probably right. He needs to own it.
He needs to own it. I'm not Sly's brother. I'm Frank Stallone.
But I really enjoy it, and have a great day. Stay healthy. I'm feeling better. Thank the Lord upstairs.
Thank the Lord upstairs. Another call up to God.
He was in preparation. He knew what he was doing.
Yes,
like,
okay.
He's never usually this religious. I'm not saying that he's like, he is religious, but he's not usually like this. He knows. He's like making sure the Pope is watching. If the Pope is watching.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get to that. Okay. Don't spoil it just yet. So, yeah, he has some flight plans in his pocket right now that he has not told the audience. We are in the dark as to why does he keep bringing up God. I think it's like he wants to make sure he's good with God before he meets somebody. Now, there was like 3. There were so many pictures and stuff on this. I can't keep up. I'm not going to bore our audience with everything. I have to get what's gold above the gold, right? There's some diamonds in the rough I have to get through. So
the cream rises to the top.
Here he is playing a song. We don't get to hear Frank sing very much. This is going to be a bit of a Frank heavy episode of singing. And he's in front of his camera. It looks like at his home, and he's got his acoustic guitar out, and he's going to play us a song. What I really liked about this song was. What I liked about this song is the lyrics. I found it interesting that he chose this as a song to sing. Again, very telling what goes on in Frank's mind. The things he's drawn to.
All right, boys and girls. Beat me, baby. Beat me all night long. Beat me, baby, you know you can't go wrong. I was bad to your mama. I was bad to my wife. I was bad to my little baby girl. I've been bad all my life. Come on in, baby. Beat me all night long. That's me, baby. Everything's alright. Yeah, come on and beat me, baby. Beat me all night long. Come on and beat me, baby. You know you can't go wrong. Don't beat me now.
Don't beat me now, he says. Oh, at the very end of that. Okay. All right.
Have you ever heard that song before?
No. Who's the original artist? Do you know?
No, I have no idea. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, Donald, I agree. In our chat says we know what Frank's kink is now. So
Yeah, that was definitely. I was thinking that too. I'm glad Donald said that.
Oh man. Now, okay, folks, this is I don't know if we're gonna. This might be the last episode of Frank. Who is this guy? Because I don't know if we can top the events that occurred this week. Do you want to speak? Do you know what happened? Do you want to speak to it?
He essentially met the Pope.
Yeah. So
Stallone family.
Yes, the Stallone family. So Sylvester and Frank, they received a hero's welcome in the southern part of Italy. I can't pronounce it. How's your Italian?
For an Italian,
Pretty bad.
yeah, probably.
Okay, Puglia region of Italy.
Puglia.
No, I can't pronounce this. So both Frank and Sylvester, they were conferred with the honorary citizenship of Gioia. Ioia.
Sounds about right, Ryan.
Okay, del Colle. Okay, so they had this ceremony just recently, just a few days ago at the time of this recording. This is what Sly had to say. He goes, 100 years ago, my grandfather left the city, and this was the key to his barbershop. So the Stallones have always been big on hair.
Obviously.
So his grandfather cut hair 100 years ago, and he said that he was brave enough to make that journey from Italy to America, and goes, because of that, I am here today with my family. So either we can thank or blame a grandfather Stallone for bringing Frank to the USA. So
imagine we never got Stallone over here. We just had him. He was just some Italian guy running around screaming in Italy.
he could have been a barber too.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. So anyways, now I don't know where this came from, how this was organized. It seemed like a pretty big event. A lot of people were there, but I have a theory. What is being filmed right now? The Family Stallone season.
Family Stallone, the show. Yeah.
So Jennifer was there with all three daughters, and of course Frank was there. And then on one of these videos we're going to show, and people are going to hear. Again, I can't recommend enough our YouTube channel, at least for the Frank Stallone portions. Who cares about the Rambo film portions? Check out our YouTube video of all this stuff, because you're going to see Frank singing on stage in celebration of this event. I guess they put up a stage for Frank to sing on. But you'll see, look at the camera guy right there behind Frank. Though that's not the city crew. That's an American dude. That's a white American dude that's a high-end equipment for a television show. So they are filming this. There's no way they're not filming this for the show. They're meeting the Pope. So part of their event was they got a key to the city, they got honorary citizenship, and they got to meet the Pope. That was the grand finale. We're going to get into that. Oh boy, we got some things to say about that. But before they meet the Pope, we got Frank singing on stage.
Singing is a strong
word. Well,
here
is the slower song. I don't know. Is this a Frank Sinatra song? Do you know? Or
yes, this is Frank Sinatra. I got you under my skin. Right?
Oh, okay. So let's hear a bit of Frank's rendition of that. I'm sure it's good. I've got you. Now it's really okay. First, it's really obnoxious. You can hear someone yelling "Rocky,"
but isn't that Frank Stallone's whole life? That's it right there. He's trying to do something himself, and somebody's yelling at his brother, Rocky.
That's fantastic. So someone's yelling for Sly's attention. So Sly is sitting behind Frank as he's on stage with Jennifer and his daughters, okay? And someone's yelling Rocky towards Sly. I've got you. My heart that you're really a part of. I got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair never goes so well. So why should I? So you're Frank Sinatra fan, or a lot of his stuff there, Don?
Yeah, I like Frank Sinatra. This is actually one of my favorite songs.
How's Frank doing with it then?
So he's not great, but as you're going to play the next song, sings, he sounds okay in comparison to the next song. He's no Sinatra, but I'll give him I'll give him credit where credit's due. He doesn't sound terrible.
No, he
as
sounded
does,
okay.
as he does in this next clip.
Oh, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. I didn't take the time to upload a clip in comparison, but it just so happens last night, Dom, literally 12 hours ago at the
Jeez.
time it's recording, I was watching the great Peter Gabriel in concert. Okay.
Yes.
Now, there's two similarities between Frank and Peter. They're both singers by trade. Peter, and they're both 73.
Both 73. Okay.
Both 73.
Hmm.
I will say this about Peter Gabriel's performance. It was unreal.
Mm-hmm.
It was unreal. And to Peter's credit, his clothes actually drape on him a little bit, but I don't think he's quite as slim as Frank. So Frank, I don't know if your theory works. Peter has draping clothes, but he might. Yeah. So anyways, but Peter was amazing. His songs are amazing. It was just and I don't want to sound like
do a little Salisbury Hill.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but Peter's also very humble, very kind, very gracious, and just like if you've ever seen, like, he's just such a good person.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't do a Peter Gabriel podcast that would be funny. We could do one; it might be interesting, but you couldn't poke fun at Peter, or you couldn't make jokes about Peter Gabriel. He's just too good. He's too good. He's too good at what he does. And it was very jarring to watch that 3-hour performance by 73-year-old Peter Gabriel playing all of his songs, new and old. And I'm talking new songs he's just written. They sound amazing live. And then Frank's going to pull out his big hit here. Here we go. Sorry. Now, I will say, I know it's not his proper soundboard or whatever, it's on cell phone, but you can go watch Peter Gabriel tour videos of cell phone coverage. I'm just saying. Now, but yeah, that was rough.
It's rough. It's if somebody in your family's singing at a backyard party and singing badly, but the problem is he's supposed to be a legitimate singer.
And that's
so it's his song. The look of Sylvester Stallone, for those who aren't watching, the look Sylvester Stallone has on his face just says it all.
Yeah, the look on Stallone's face or Sly's face was the same look he got when he read the reviews of Stop or Mumble Shoot. Like,
exactly. Oof. He is taken. It looks like he's taken by surprise at how bad Frank is singing.
Let's be fair. Frank's voice isn't quite back yet. It's still coming back. It's still.
I want to see though when this comes out on the reality show, because there'll probably be a clip of this.
Okay.
I bet you it's going to be heavily edited.
Okay,
it's going to be.
Okay, the fact that you're bringing that up, sorry, I'm tongue-tied. So that clip was not from Frank Stallone's Instagram. That was from somebody else. That's
just
right.
Somebody. Okay.
Check this out. Frank took that exact same recording and put it on his Instagram account. He stopped it 10 seconds in.
Wow.
So before I went, oof. He edited it before it went to that. So he did put it on his Instagram. So he took Buddy's video, the same video, same shot, same angles, put it on repurposed it on his Instagram and stopped before he started sounding like a dying cat. Isn't that interesting? So only on here, folks, you get the unedited version.
And that's it. And then when it's on the reality show, if they do show it, I wouldn't be surprised if they use it. They use the audio from the Staying Alive.
All right, here we go. Here's the big moment, folks. So both Sly and Frank are at the Vatican or at some sort of not the Vatican. Is it the Vatican? Would they gone to? Would they go to
Vatican.
Rome?
I think it should.
That's where the Pope hangs out. Is that where he chills?
Yeah, I think that's where he hangs out. I think that's his stomping ground.
That's right. He goes around there. So here he goes. It goes, a truly blessed day. Let me take something away here just so I can read everything. All right. So he goes, a truly blessed day that will live with me forever. #Vatican, hashtag Rome, hashtag Lord Jesus Christ.
How many? Did you click the Lord Jesus Christ hashtag and see how many people actually posted that?
I didn't, but I love how he hashtagged the Lord Jesus Christ because they're you got Frank on the right, Sly left, and in between them you got a. Sorry,
You got, of course, the crucifix.
You got the skinny Jesus being crucified.
I've also never been a big fan of when somebody pulls the cross over like the suit, the tie, like Frank has it.
Oh, I didn't even know.
It just reminds me of like when a kid's receiving like confirmation or something, because that's usually how they rock it. But it just
in all of our coverage of Frank, did you ever? Did he just get converted?
He's a believer. He's saved now.
Oh.
Frank is saved.
But I like the hashtag Lord.
Lord Jesus Christ.
That's who that is? Oh, that's who that is? Okay. Sorry. That killed me. Okay. All right.
It's amazing.
Now the next photo is odd. It's really blurry. It was blurry on Frank's Instagram too. It's like one of those pictures where you take it from the internet.
Right.
And when it's enlarged, it's blurry. That's what it looks. Anyways, so you have Pope Francis here in the middle, and I wonder, does he even know who he's with?
He definitely doesn't know Frank.
Did he say to Sly, "Who is this guy"?
Yeah, he definitely did.
Sly, who is this guy?
I think he did like the Father Carmine. Do you think that the Pope listens to Frank Stallone's music? I don't know.
There's no way. It's too sinful. It's too sinful. Okay, so you got Jennifer and Sly are on either side of the Pope. Even Frank didn't get that honor. Frank's on the other side of Sly, and you have the sisters there. Now that's the picture. Great. It's a huge moment. It's a huge moment to meet the Pope. Sure, yeah, sure. I'm not religious. I'm not Catholic, but sure, I'd shake his hand, give him a high five, whatever. I don't believe in deity worshiping, or I don't believe in worshiping or revering people just because they believe in God. And put it this way, this is my take. I'm sorry. This is my freedom to say this. Like, just because you believe in God and the religion that you're part of has put you in a high place, that doesn't make you extra human in my eyes.
Right. So you're saying you never use the hashtag Lord Jesus Christ?
No, or hashtag Pope. Because that goes for any religion or organization.
Right.
Like, you just, if he's a good guy, great, you're a good guy. If you're doing good, great. But I'm not gonna. There's no hero worship. That even goes for Sly and Frank. I don't actually, believe it or not, as much as I love Rambo and Rocky and those movies, I actually don't worship Sly. I could actually care less about his. In many degrees, I don't really care about his politics.
You're not the type of guy who's going to dress up like him and give tours or anything. Like
no,
that.
I wouldn't do anything silly like that. No.
Okay. Just making sure.
I'm not a sycophant, right? All right. So here we go. The Pope's there. Great. He's probably his face there looks. Can you please get me out of here? Please.
I did stumble across something. I think when I got lost in some Instagram cycle and I saw the Pope, and apparently there was an article or some writing that like the Pope is a big Sylvester Stallone fan.
Oh, really?
So he was excited to meet him.
Oh, good.
And there was another shot. I should have saved it for the podcast, but I just went on with my life.
What was his favorite movie? Rambo 4? Rambo 4.
He loved the opening of Rambo 4. He loved all the real footage of people dying. Yeah. And could you guess what his favorite quote was from Rambo 4?
Hey, Rocky, do the part that with the rape 50 times.
Do the part where they're going to cut the heads off and then rape 50 times. You want me to do it?
All right. So, of course, Frank posts this to his Instagram, and my goodness, here we go. Now, my problem is I don't go on his Instagram like every day or hourly, but we are correct. We're going to get to that. First, he says this about the photo. Meeting Pope Francis. Did he spell it correctly?
I think it should be an I.
Yes.
I'm not. I think it should be an I. I'm not an expert on the name Francis. Maybe there's another way to spell it. But
no, I think he spelled it wrong.
He wrote it like the country, basically.
The country France with an S.
Close enough.
He hashtagged it properly. Pope Francis.
Oh, okay, you did.
Oh, I love it. Poor Frank. Bless his heart. Bless his religious heart. Meeting Pope Francis, is a moment that will live in my heart for eternity. To share this blessed moment with my family can't be explained. From where we come from to this moment is a miracle. Yeah, you can thank your brother for that. All right. Oh, hashtag Vatican, hashtag Catholic,
Yeah, you got to mention
hashtag Rome, hashtag
family,
hashtag blessings, hashtag Pope Francis, hashtag gratitude.
Hashtag gratitude.
All right.
Lord Jesus Christ.
No, he's not there. Now, okay, I wish I was here, but apparently, go figure.
He deleted everything.
Frank went on a deleting block rampage on his Instagram, and unfortunately, we don't have the screenshots for that, folks. But this is what we can. This is what we can say to it. So this is all from Frank. This is a string. This is the heaviest Frank comment we ever seen. It's on this one photo. Frank says, "I'm flabbergasted of the horrible things people say. Cruel, and I get reprimanded. We are doomed." Okay, man, dude. The reason why you get reprimanded is because you tell people they're fat.
Exactly.
And your
you try to give opinions on women's bodies, and
we are doomed. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit I get a little bit animated. I apologize, because saying that people don't like a certain religion because of the atrocities it's done on mankind doesn't make us doomed. Like, people are allowed to say, look, the Catholic Church has done some pretty shitty things. To say otherwise,
I'm thinking that people. I'm trying to imagine what the people wrote that he's reacting like this. It had to do something. It had to be something with like pedophilia or something like that.
Oh yeah, the church has never done
100%. Had to be something.
This is partly why I'm anti-religion now. I will say I'm pro spirituality. Yeah, I'm pro reaching out and finding a higher power, whether it's God or whoever in Mother Nature, and being a better person. You do not need religion or a book to be a better person. You do not need a meeting house. You just don't. You can be a good person just by being a good person, not for risk of hell or want of reward. Just be good for the sake of being good. Anyways. Okay, he goes on to say, you're always going to have small-minded people who think they know everything, but really know nothing. Now, he spelled no, N-O, which is, again, ironic. I don't know how to spell no. Nothing. Again, Frank, just because people disagree with you, they're not small-minded. And I love how he's right. He's right.
He's always right.
Correct.
Frank Stallone. He's Dr. Frank Stallone Jr.
Yeah.
Come on.
And then he goes on to say, it's been my pleasure to block them and get them out of my life. Can you imagine equating your life to Instagram? Okay. More. If you disparage this pope or my religion, you are blocked for life. Frank, my Instagram handle, you ready? Actually, I'll let you find us. You can go ahead and I'm not disparaging the pope, to be fair. He could be I don't know him. I'm not going to speak to him as an individual, but the church, the Catholic Church, and religions in general, religions throughout the world, all from, I won't say other names, I'm just going to say religions throughout the world have caused a bit of damage to this planet. Have they not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When's the last time war was waged in the name of science? When was the last time war was waged in the name of humanitarianism? I'm going to be kind to you, whether you like it or not. No, you won't. He goes on to, so people are obviously attacking the Pope. He goes, who are you to judge this man of God? You uninformed twits.
I love it. Twits.
Okay, that's very Christ-like. All right. He goes on to say, I've never had so much fun blocking these heathens. Discussing excuses for human life. Wow.
I want to know what was said. I'm so curious.
Again, you can say the most spirit, like I admit families off limits, like in the sense, don't talk crap about someone's wife, kids, like legit, like talking real garbage. You can poke fun, but I'm talking about talking garbage about, but calling someone a heathen or discussing excuse for life. He's saying they shouldn't exist as humans because they're not pro-Pope, pro-Catholic. He goes, you aren't going to influence me with your small-minded, uninformed information. Keep them coming. They can't, Frank. You blocked them.
It's just silencing everybody at this point.
He goes on to say that the best way to get rid of evil people on your site is to block them and take away their voices. How can they keep coming at you, Frank, if you keep blocking them? Anyways, yeah. So that one was fun. What are your thoughts?
It's amazing. I just would love to see the back and forth. I wish I might have to start monitoring Frank Stallone's Instagram 24/7. I might just have to be on there because he just takes down stuff too quick.
So he does, but this is our theory. Remember, like the who is this guy comments? They've been taken down,
Right.
and or those people who are doing it have been blocked, so they can't do it anymore. At least to create new accounts. So he does look. It's obvious he does silent the voices. So far, he hasn't blocked our podcast. He is highly good about it. Yeah. Good for him, Frank. We appreciate it. Or he doesn't know we exist.
I'm going with the latter.
Okay. All right. That's it. Yep.
That concludes another episode of Frank Stallone. Who is this guy?
I think we might have to retire. What do you think? Is that the last episode? Can we top that?
The finale.
Was that the series finale? Let us know in the comments, people, or an email. Should we continue with the Frank Stallone's? Will Frank give us more? Will he or will he? That's the thing. If he doesn't give us anything next week, there won't be an episode. Like
I have faith. I'm going to go from my non-religious standpoint. I have faith in Frank Stallone that
Frank will provide.
He will give us something.
Frank will provide.
Hashtag our Lord and Savior, Frank Stallone.
All right. Time for movie talk, guys. If you're joining us right now, welcome to another episode of Rambo 5 Last Blood, episode 3, where we cover the last Rambo film.
What's Rambo, Ryan? What is this thing you speak of, Rambo?
It's a podcast. It's part of the Last of the Action Heroes podcast network. All right, so Rambo Last Blood came out 2019. It was directed. Name me the director. Go. Yeah, I know.
I couldn't tell you. And I always feel like it's Stallone, but I know it's not, right?
No.
Stallone
directed which one? He directed the fourth one. That's right. And who directed the third one?
I forgot his name.
Peter McDonald.
Peter McDonald. There we go.
Directed the second one. George P. Cosmatos.
Right.
Shadow directed by Sly. And, of course, the first one was Ted Costas. So I know the other directors by name pretty good. I admit this is a newer film. It's only been out for a few years, but still. His name is Adrian Grunberg. I think he's Latino. A lot of his film credits and work seems to be in that market. He's actually quite busy in the industry. So despite maybe not having the greatest as far as like his own personal directorial. Did I say his name right? I did say his name, didn't I? Yeah, Adrian Grunberg. Okay. However, he has directed a film that I quite enjoyed. Get the Gringo. Have you ever seen that one?
Oh, Get the Gringo. What was that?
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. That came out a few years ago.
It came out 11 years ago already. I'm telling you.
Wow, 11 years ago.
I would love to talk more about Mel another day, but Get the Gringo is great. I just recently saw Dragged Across Concrete with Mel Gibson.
Oh, how was that? I didn't see that one.
Freaking amazing.
It's good.
I love that film. It's a slow burn. Be patient. Incredible dialogue. Incredible acting. Highly recommended.
He was the villain in Expendables 3, right?
Yeah, he was. He did a great job. He did a great job. Yeah, I love Mel. You know.
But past all the other
I'm pro Catholic. Right? So
just smile and I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say what he says on those phone calls, but
no.
I'll keep it G-rated. I only talk about people getting their head cut off and raped.
That's right. That was a movie. The other thing you're quoting was a real phone call.
That's real life.
Okay, so Adrian Grunberg's done some stuff. Okay, and I'm like, okay, what else has he done? So he did Get the Gringo. That was his first directorial debut.
Oh, okay,
good movie. Then he directed a TV series show called Here on Earth. Then he ran into Rambo Last Blood. Yeah, I think he did a great job on Rambo. He was nominated for a Razzie, which I think is totally unfair.
Yeah, this movie got too much hate. I think
too much.
Just critically, it got too much hate. I thought it was a decent movie.
And he's worked with Mel Gibson. He was a second unit director on Apocalypto. He also worked on Man of Fire as a second unit director and a lot of other stuff. He's done like 27 other films as a second unit or assistant director. So he's got a lot of work in the industry.
I'm curious. Did you ever read anything on why Stallone didn't direct this himself?
Probably just energy. Probably
wanted to focus on just playing the character.
Yeah, he barely wrote on it too. The only reason why he has a writing credit on the film is because there was a storyline that he was writing for a different version of the film, and it just took a little bit of it, and that's it. So he wasn't even the main writer of the film. They had a lot of good film ideas. One of them was we'll get to that's trivia. We're going to focus. I want to save stuff for other episodes. I'm trying to piecemeal it up, but we're going to focus today's movie talk on the Adrian Grunberg. He's 48 years old, so he's my age. I was hoping I could find a way to contact him, and I've seen that he's done interviews with people online, but I don't. He has no socials that I can find. No Instagram, really? No Twitter. Yeah, so it's I don't know how to get a hold of him. Anyways, if anyone knows how to get a hold of him, let me know. I doubt anyone will, but he just came out with a new movie. New movie. Did you know this one?
No. What's that? Okay,
I'm going to show it to you. This could be a cold trailer reaction. When it's done, I want you to tell me if you want to watch it or not. We might do a bonus episode review of this for our podcast because he directed Rambo. It ties in. Okay, you ready?
Ties in.
All right, I'm just going to give it to you cold, okay? Okay, where is it? It's right here.
You spotted any pirate?
Okay.
Have you spotted any pirate ships?
Duh.
What, are you going to get snippy with us, Bob?
Ya que estamos en México, ¿por qué no intentamos hablar en español? Quiero nachos.
You know, actually, I think there's a good restaurant right up here.
Whoa. That has changed since the last time we were here.
My name is Paul Sturgis. I work for Nixon Oil. Supposed to ferry out to the rig from here?
Dad, I think I see it. Is that it?
Yep, that's her. I'm here to do the inspection.
What is it?
Protección. Protection from what?
Mom?
Hello? Anybody? Where the hell is everyone? What's going on here?
What is that?
What's that look? The black beamer.
There must be some way off this rig.
Nothing works. I don't think it can take much more punishment. This is not just any shark. It's a curse. Brought on not by nature, but by wrath.
Wrath?
He's gonna keep getting his revenge until the sacrifice has been made. The only way to stop it is to kill it.
I have a plan. You will not take my family away from me.
You're the monster.
Open your eyes, cabron.
I know a big-ass shark when I see one.
Wow. That trailer was, I thought in the beginning of it, it was going to be something with the cartel or something, or his family getting kidnapped. I wasn't expecting a supernatural shark movie.
Adrian went from Rambo Last Blood to his next film, The Black Demon. It's based on a real Mexican legend, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize the name sounded familiar, and I wonder if I don't know, that just recently came out.
Yeah, it's not
lost over that.
It's not scoring very well on the critics and what have you, but
yeah, all right. It doesn't look like a Jaws. No Jaws energy.
Is that a movie you'd be interested in watching?
Quite possibly. I'm always down for a shitty shark movie. So why not?
Oh man. Okay. All right. So there we go. Rambo 5.
Yes.
So Rambo's working on his machinery or some sort of equipment. Remember, he just had the talk with Gabrielle saying, don't go down there. The guys, you don't want to go down there and what have you. And he thinks the next day, we're led to believe it's the next morning. He hears some yelling between Maria and Gabrielle in the house. There will be no fighting in this house. I'm the only one who can scream in here.
No entiendes que ese
His hairline looks great, by the way. Hairline is amazing.
It's fantastic. So now Maria is yelling in Spanish, and she says, "He never wanted you around." I'll translate, of course, for our audio listeners. He never wanted you around. Him, referring to the dad, of course.
Ha querido que estés en su vida.
All right.
I just want to know why. No tiene caso.
Who cares why she says?
No tiene sentido.
The man is dead inside. He has no heart, no soul.
Ese hombre está muerto por dentro. No tiene alma. No tiene corazón.
What's going on?
She wants to see her father.
I thought we just talked about this. Hey, Gabrielle, remember that conversation that we had?
Remember, like less than 24 hours ago, when we had that conversation. I said not to go.
Gabrielle, I thought we had an understanding.
We did. We did. I'm sorry, but I've been thinking about it all night, and I just want answers now, not later.
How did you find him?
Giselle helped me.
Giselle. Ella sigue hablando con Giselle.
She still talks to Giselle. So remember, Giselle used to live on the ranch with them for a bit?
Right.
Yeah.
Giselle's a real piece of shit, apparently.
Yeah. She still talks to Giselle, and Rambo's like, yeah.
Look at Giselle. They should have cut her head off.
They should have cut her head off.
You're mumbling that?
They should have cut her head off and raped her 50 times.
Giselle es una mala muchacha, entiéndelo.
Cambió.
No.
Giselle's a bad girl, and then Gabrielle says she's changed in Spanish, and then Maria's gonna yell, "No, she hasn't changed."
No, ella no cambió. Y yo estuve verdaderamente contenta
I was very happy when she left, she said.
cuando ella se regresó.
She's just trying to help me.
Él ni siquiera te va a
He won't even remember you, referring to the dad.
reconocer, porque nunca
He never behaved like a father.
se ha portado como tu padre. That man is more your father. Watching over you, protecting you. These last 10 years, he was the father. No.
So it's interesting, these last 10 years, they really are keeping to the timeline. It's funny how people have really crapped on this film. I don't get it. They're really making this a true sequel. This was almost 10 years exactly after Rambo 4 ended. So the events were, like he came over to the ranch. They were there for 8 years after Revis's death. She was a 9-year-old girl, 8-year-old girl. And he's been there as the father figure for 10 years to Gabrielle.
Becoming more civilized, Rambo, raising a kid, help raise a kid. You can even just hear it.
Oh, sorry.
What did you say? No, I was going to say, even hear it in Stallone's performance as Rambo. This is really the most normal you've seen Rambo talk, where he's not just grumbling or staring.
Well, that's the thing. That's how he talked in the first film when he did talk.
Right.
At the very beginning of the film, when he spoke the most, why are you pushing me? Like he was talked normal. It's just quiet talker about things. And he's I know this movie gets a lot of flack. We're going to defend this film, I think.
And what were you going to say? How's your Spanish?
No loco majita?
No, el loco majita.
But now Luis is in our chat. He might know it. I think it's just probably like your crazy girl or something like that. And then Rambo's like, Maria, go easy.
El otro, mijita.
Maria, go easy.
No, why?
Because.
Ese hombre ni siquiera tenía
She goes, he doesn't deserve to lay eyes on you, to the daughter.
derecho en poner sus ojos sobre ti. Jamás fue al hospital a ver a tu madre.
He never once went to the hospital when your mother was dying of cancer. Oh, she died of cancer. There you go. A little bit of a reveal there. So he abandoned both her and the mother. Oh, terrible.
Mientras estaba muriendo de cáncer. Y una Navidad.
One Christmas, John had to pull him off your mother when he was beating her with a belt. I'm surprised Rambo didn't kill the guy.
Yeah, really. How many horror stories you got to tell this girl before she's, I don't want to see my father, though.
Yeah, but he didn't touch me. No, we're getting to that. That's next.
Next, he's going to tell him he killed her puppy. You killed her puppy when you were younger.
Oh, that's right. Gabrielle's mother had the woman cancer. That's right.
The woman cancer.
Rambo goes, oh, I know this guy who boxed. His wife died of cancer, too.
She didn't leave. She died, Gabrielle.
Oh, man. What's the matter, Rambo? You haven't peeked yet? I got some more. I got stuff in my tunnels.
I got stuff in my underground tunnel. I still got some stuff in the tunnels.
I got some stuff in the tunnels. This is like this beast inside here. I want to kill more people.
John, tuvo que quitársela de encima porque él estaba golpeándola con un cinturón.
That's enough.
All right, so even Rambo's okay. Like what you're telling her is true, but you're really dumping on her. But she's doing that because she's scared.
Right.
She's really trying to tell Gabrielle, look, what you're doing is dangerous and scary, and I don't want to be any part of this. Yeah, I don't want you around that man.
Ni él ni yo te vamos a permitir que veas
I'll let you go to a dangerous place.
un lugar completamente peligroso.
Por favor.
¡Ya!
Okay. You're right. I won't go.
Oh.
I'm gonna go to Antonia's.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's all right, she's kid.
Do you think Rambo or Maria really believe that she's not going to try to sneak? See, no offense to those two. I know they're
right. I know Rambo feels the way he feels, but he should have offered. I think we might have talked about this in the last one. Like he should have offered to be like, all right, let's go. I'll go with you, and then get it out of your system, kind of thing. But
so this is what Luis had to say about a local mejita. Is mejita is Spanish for little girl? I think I knew that, but it can also be used as a term of endearment. And he said that it's like Maria's asking her, "You're talking about the crazy guy, youngin, or darling. You want to trust that dangerous man?" Okay, interesting. Thanks, Luis.
Luis, how do you translate rape 50 times and cut their heads off?
Yeah, we might not get canceled on YouTube if we do it in Spanish.
Yeah, we just got to do it in Spanish.
Now Rambo's brushing his horse. And there goes Gabrielle off to Antonia's with a day bag of sorts in her car. Very suspicious.
Uncle John! Sorry about everything earlier.
That's okay.
Okay.
And that, my friends, is the last time. Actually, no, he sees her alive one more.
Yeah, alive. She's not quite alive.
Right. So she's being very duplicitous here by being, oh, sorry about everything. Everything's great. But she's already in her mind. She's leaving. She's not coming back. But to her credit, she wanted to give Uncle John not to feel bad. Not to feel bad. At least, yeah. Louis says LMAO. I think Dom already has that down pat in any language. There you go.
I'll do my research before next week's episode.
We should do. Gotta be careful with what languages we pick because we can't do accents. We're allowed to do accents that are in our skin color.
They're gonna get canceled.
Is that the rule? Is that the rule of accents? Is that how it works?
I don't know anymore. I really
try
don't know
to do
the
like
rules.
Australian or English, and it's okay. Like I'm not going to be canceled. I might do a terrible job. Like I did Italian earlier. Am I allowed to do Italian? Is that considered?
I'm gonna cancel you. Actually, I think you get approval from. I'm Italian, so I'm on the show, so you get a pass.
Okay.
My wife's part Jewish, so now I've been started with the Jewish jokes until
you got married. Yeah.
That's it. I only got married for the jokes.
Yeah, I'll show you my favorite Jewish jokes after this episode. Okay. Because we know that Gabrielle's not driving to Antonia. So it looks like she's going for a longer drive through the desert.
Yeah. You think Rambo would be smarter than this? Obviously, it's the plot of the movie, but you think he would know something's up.
Yeah, here's another thing. Look at this. Why would they bother with the blue screen here?
Strange.
It is strange. She's in her vehicle, but you can see that's blue screen behind her there.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have budget just to film in the desert somewhere?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. What the hell?
Because she's going to get out is there going to be an exterior shot coming up? But you can tell, look, that's blue screen.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you see that?
See that line, basically.
It's weird. It's weird, this foliage and street. Is it cheaper to do that than to film on location?
Maybe it was done in like reshoots or something. Maybe they added it after the fact.
Oh, so maybe she was going to Antonio's because now she's turned around. See, look at this. Look at the driving here. You can tell.
Right. Yeah, it looks like something out of a movie from the 60s.
It does. That's really bad. It's 2019. Adrian Grunger.
Yeah,
director.
and this movie wasn't affected. This is before COVID, right? This is before.
Yeah,
COVID.
this is before COVID. This could have caused COVID for all we know. But I just find it odd that why they have such a hard time.
Yeah, that's strange.
Showing proper driving that we see in movies all the time. Like, anyway, so they have the exterior shots drive. So yeah, she did. Okay, so it looked like she was going to Antonio's to a degree, maybe say goodbye or whatever. But she goes, "Well, F this, I'm going right to the Mexican border." So here she's driving to the Mexican border. Have you ever been to Mexico?
I have. When I was like 17, I went for spring break.
Yeah. Oh,
my brother.
Did you drink?
A bunch of our friends. Oh, I drank.
But you weren't legal age, or does Mexico have a legal age?
In Mexico, you could. Yeah, I don't even think there was a legal age over there. You could just die in the street, and it's fine.
Can you pay? That's the age. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think I was probably 17 or 18, so I wasn't older than that. No problem.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. My time in the Navy, I've been there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fun ports.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah. She's going up to the Mexican border, which shouldn't be a big issue. She has her passport, and she said, "I'm going to visit a friend for the day." It's not a big deal, right? Let's see what she says to the guard. Oh, she just got through, no problems. Okay.
That's it. No problems.
And I assume this was filmed on location in Mexico, or
maybe. Yeah.
Do we know? A better podcast would know.
Better podcast. We just assume it was.
No, they got her shots here for going down the street. It looks more realistic here. It's just weird the other shot was. Yeah, this does. I don't know. This could be parts of California. I don't know.
That's true. Yeah.
How come her GPS isn't on? Like, why is she looking around for street signs?
But would you, as a young female, would you go driving around in Mexico? Because I wouldn't go driving as a male.
No, I'm
driving in Mexico.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I had to drive in Mexico, I would definitely not go alone.
No.
I love how Maria and Rambo were right. What she's doing is ridiculous, and she gets whatever's coming to her. I'm sorry. I'm not. Sometimes you have to blame the victim. Sometimes, if you tell your kids don't play on the train track, right? The train comes down. Sometimes you're gonna get run over, and they get hit. Like, you're sad they got killed, or hit or injured. But what's the old saying? Play stupid games, get stupid prizes, right?
Right. Rambo. It's like Rambo was saying the scene. I think in the last episode we did, he was saying something like that. Like, you don't know the what's out there, kind of thing. Like the shit that he'd been through. She don't realize it. She thinks the world's all rainbows and,
no sunshine and rainbows. Mexico will hit you harder than nothing.
You're gonna get hit and they're gonna drug you. And when you were little, I used to hold you in my hand.
Even though you were 8 years old, I used to hold you in my hand like this. Mexico will beat you to your knees.
It'll beat you like I beat your father on Christmas with a belt.
And this, like, my father beat my mother. And then I
shot him
with a compound bow. Then I used that compound bow against a Viet Cong soldier. He blew up, though.
I blew him up a couple of times. I blew a couple people up. I knocked a guy out of a helicopter once, but that was an accident.
Then I got a 50 cal gun. I turned a guy to hamburger meat in the front seat of a Jeep.
I cut out a guy's lower intestines and he rolled down a hill.
I shot some king shit cop through the window. Can we have Rambo's resume? Oh my gosh. So of course the guys are catcalling her. She's going to where her friend is.
Hey, come here, vete.
What's that, Louise? Hey, what is that? Girl or something?
Just did an accent, Ryan.
Oh,
watch it.
Oh
hey,
my god.
Watch it, Ryan.
Yeah, watch it.
Okay.
The Mexican drug cartel is gonna come after me.
Look at you. No más.
You're looking good, homie, she says.
Bien, chama. Ha sido mucho tiempo, pero está
Long time, but that's cool.
bien. Todavía eres
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Right away.
Gabrielle shows up to a friend that she used to live with some years ago, and the girl's, you look great, you look fantastic. You still a virgin? Imagine if Paulie comes around the corner right now.
She's not a virgin anymore. He pokes his head through the window. She's not a virgin anymore. She's busted.
You let some men pull your pants down.
But this girl, like, I don't. Is she setting her up? I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. But it's basically, she's asking, "Are you damaged goods? Because if you're still a virgin, you're gonna be a hot property at least till the time you're not a virgin." What a weird thing to be. Like, you're only a virgin once. You can't be a virgin again. So whatever hot commodity she is, you still virgin. You're still virgin.
It's just Paulie there in that same shirt. You're still a virgin.
All you do all day is hang around your Uncle John's house like a freaking spider.
I want you out.
You're pushing 18 years old. If you don't get out there and get your cherry pop,
you're turning into a freaking loser.
Oh my gosh. I'm surprised anyone listens to our podcast right now. This is ridiculous.
Us yelling Paulie lines at each other on a Rambo podcast.
Oh man.
Ay, relájate, güey, es broma.
He goes, relax, I'm just kidding, because Gabrielle's got like, what kind of question is
this? Fuck? But that's what I'm saying. I know we're gonna get to it, whatever. But was there something in this original script that maybe this fucking girl set her up or something?
I
don't know.
She's being set up on her side. Yeah, get this girl down here, get your friend down here. We'll lead her on that we can find her dad. Maybe she will find her dad, but we're gonna get her down here for sex. And she is the go-between for that. She's full on criminal mode right now.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be dry with all that dust.
You want something to drink? No, I'm okay. I do. Just sit here.
So she's looking around.
I could feel you looking around.
Oh, there you go.
What?
It's a nice house, huh?
Yeah, it's fine.
I could feel you looking at me too.
No. You look great.
She should say, "No, you look great. Are you a virgin still? Did somebody bust you?
You're busted."
Yeah, no. She goes, "I know I've changed." This is just for our listeners who maybe aren't watching the movie, don't remember. So her friend Giselle, she's got the really heavy makeup and wearing a plaid shirt and a gold chain. She looks like your cliche gangster chica, like
gangster chica.
Yeah.
I know I've changed. Life down here, it ain't easy, my sister. And you do what you can.
You do what you can. That's a bit of a foreshadow, right? You sell whatever you got to sell to stay alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it. I appreciate you so much for helping me find my dad.
So she's trying to stay focused. She's like, the reason why I'm down here is to find my dad. So whatever you're throwing my way here, that's great, but I would like to talk to my dad.
And it wasn't easy, but it's cool.
Here, let me give you a little something just for
No. You think I'm some fucking charity case?
No, Giselle. I did.
Yeah, I was kidding.
Okay.
I'd be highly uncomfortable right now. I'd be like, why are you so bipolar with me right now? Asking if I'm a virgin, and then you say you're looking around the place, you're looking at me, and then she's pretending, "Oh, I'm just joking." And she goes, "I actually believed you for a second." And yeah, because she probably really felt that way, but then she tries to change it into a joke.
They got a strange relationship right here, and you feel that uncomfortable tension.
I actually believed you there for a second. No, never hurt your feelings like that.
Me la voy a chingar. We'll go see your old man.
She goes, "Oh, let's finish this beer. We'll go see your old man." And then we see a shot of her looking at Gabrielle's bracelet because it's gold. This is not whatever she was when she lived on the ranch. That girl on the ranch isn't there anymore. Then we cut to Cowboy Rambo wearing his.
Thought that was Frank Stallone for a minute.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So Rambo's back on the ranch with cowboy hat on. Look at the horse that he was brushing. course, now he's getting a little bit nervous. He thought that Gabrielle was just going to Antonia's earlier in the day, and now it's getting dusk out and no return vehicle. Now he's thinking, crap, she left. Like, now he's not dumb. He's okay.
He knows something.
Yeah. All right. We'll stop it there, folks. Oh, man. Did you know that the non-director's cut version we were watching the director's cut version, but the non-director's cut version was the shortest Rambo film?
How long was that?
89 minutes. That always includes the
Wow,
credits.
was that short? Shit.
Well, I thought Rambo 4 was short, but
this one's what, an hour and 50-ish?
It's 101 minutes, so yeah, hour 50. So according to the one we're watching. So yeah, there you go, folks. Gabrielle is in Mexico. We made it that far, and Uncle John is none.
She's still a virgin.
She's still a virgin. Yeah, we never answered it.
That's true. We don't know.
What's your guess? What do you think?
I'm gonna go with yes. She seems like a nice girl.
Yeah, because remember the guy in the tunnels, her boyfriend or whatever, her guy friend tried to knock out with her. She was uncomfortable. She's no, let's go look around and things. Yeah. So yeah, don't worry, Uncle Paulie. She's not busted yet.
You're not busted. You're doing the right thing.
All right, so send us an email if you wanted us to read your email on the air, or YouTube comments. We'll read those too if they're good enough to read. We'll read those too. We appreciate everyone who watches us, and if you're enjoying the Frank stuff, we appreciate that. If you're not, I understand. At least Rambo coverage will be at the end. Don't rush us through it, folks, because when Rambo ends, it's like good news, bad news. When the Rambo ends, so does Frank. Right? It's the way it goes.
World mourns. Frank Stallone segment ends. World mourns.
Yeah. All right. All right. That's it. That's the end of the episode.
Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off. It wasn't my podcast. You asked me to co-host, right? I didn't ask you.